OBS disconnected. Are we back? Hello? Hello from the other side? We back! Yay! I kind of lost my train of thought, but just, yeah. Do not try, just, yeah. Oh, no, I remember what I was speaking about. So, sometimes they can be sneaky with Miranda rights too. Sometimes they will read it word for word, like saying, you have the right to remain silent, right to an attorney, right, like, all these different things. But they can also phrase it in, hey, if you don't want to talk to us, you don't have to. And you know what that is? That's a form of Miranda right reading. So even though they technically did not say you have the right to remain silent, they still told you you have the right to remain silent in a more friendly, approaching way of, hey, you don't have to speak to us if you don't want to. And if you, like, try to claim, like, they did not read me my Miranda rights and stuff like that, they can pull that up and say, Your Honor, this is Miranda, like, this is us telling him his Miranda right? This is him, this is his Miranda rights that we told him. Cute fan. So yeah. I must have got 1,000 times. You fans, come back. Do you want to talk about Miranda rights, Q fans? Please come back. Wait. But yeah. I mean, heck. There's also, like, a bunch of debate, too, of, like, you know, juveniles and mentally ill people. Because there was also one case where 5 to 7 experts spoke about how this one witness this one suspect could not understand his Miranda rights because he had the mental I swear to God. Wait, but he had the mental understanding of, like, a 9-year-old. And the prosecution brought in one expert that only had a master's degree and a detective. Guess who the judge sided with? 5 to 7 individuals with PhDs, or the one expert with a master's degree and a detective? Hint, it was not the PhD people. The judge went with the one expert with a master's degree and the detective because they pretty much stated he technically has, like, a mental or, like, he had knowledge that a 19-year-old would have, and he was also street smart. And a few other aspects that they were like, technically, yes, he has the development of this, however, he still has the basic understanding of all these other things, therefore he can understand his Miranda rights. So, yeah. Doesn't know anyone named Miranda, sadly. Yeah, I guess not. And there's also the case of, like, juveniles, too. Like, there was one, I forgot his first name, but his last name was Crow. Yeah, interrogators made him believe that he murdered his sister, and said, there's a good Michael and a bad Michael. Which, here's the thing. You're not supposed to do that. Like, flat out, you're not allowed to get a coerced confession like that. And you know what happened? Internalization. He thought he actually murdered his sister. Was there any evidence? No. Or not really. But, you know what happened in that case and what happened after? He started confabulating memories of doing the crime that he started confessing, and another crappy tactic that officers either do intentionally or unintentionally is feeding the suspect details. So like the first interrogation, the suspect might not know anything, but by the third or fourth, they'll be able to tell you what happened at the crime scene or what the crime scene looked like, just because the detectives and the officers will give them, like, reports, take them to the crime scene, or show them photos of the crime scene. And even though they planted that information in that person, they will still say, that is him confessing. Because he's giving all these non-public details. And it's like, well, yeah, he's giving you these non-public details because you told him them. You told the suspect all these things. These are not coming from his brain. They're not coming from his brain as a memory of doing it. They're coming as a memory of in his brain because you showed and told him these things. It sucks. Just wait. Because here's the other thing too. There's another case where there was a law enforcement officer who was charged with SA against minors. You know what that evolved into? He started confessing about SA against minors, adults, sacrificing infants for a religious cult. No, a satanic cult. And one other horrendous felony. It's like, we started out with just one simple essay, and now we have a grocery list of crimes that he somehow came up with where there's no actual physical evidence of. Like, because here's the thing. There was no evidence that there was a cult where he sacrificed 25 infants to. But here's the crazier thing. He wrote a 3-page confession, confessing to everything. They went to court. I think that he was found guilty, but later on he was exonerated. But you know what's still around? Those memories that he did all those things, even though he didn't. So yeah, yeah. Implanting false memories, not gonna lie, unfortunately not too uncommon. Yeah, because that's the thing. That, instead of, like, they were told no more third degree, so that's what they're doing. They're doing the Reed technique, which is not too bad in comparison of the third degree, but at the same time, they're ignoring Bram versus the United States. You cannot elicit a false confession. You cannot elicit a confession. It all has to be voluntary. But you know what people did to, like, late 1970s? They were eliciting confessions. They were still doing the third degree and psychologically manipulating people into thinking they did it. You know what is happening nowadays? People are still confessing to crimes they didn't do because they're getting false memories. Because you wanna know why? Because of the themes of minimization, maximization, stuff like that. Trying to create a narrative instead of looking at the evidence. Because again, there was the case where someone was literally on a boat, but they were still pinned for the crime of messing with a woman and murdering her. Like, yes, being out in the middle of an ocean does not mean you are ruled out of a crime, apparently. Yeah, weird that the police would even still pursue that. And it's so crazy that he was found guilty. But to be fair, they leave some of the stuff out, and some of the times the defense isn't even given all the information. They're not given all the information. It's all, like, a lot of it is withheld. Like, I just learned about it today, but essentially the bombings that were happening in the UK, the photo of the person at the concert was left out. That alibi was left out and not given to the defense. The defense did not know about that because the police withheld that information because they were like, you don't need to know this because we already have this story set and we don't want to change any of the details. And this person also already gave a confession, so therefore they're automatically guilty, even though we technically pressured them into giving a false confession. So yeah. That's fun. Right? That's fun. Yippee. But yeah. You know what? I'm honestly gonna be done. Yep, justice system doesn't want to actually work. They just want to get the cases done with quickly. The more cases done, the more money, the less stress on actual detective work. Yep, but yeah. I'm also probably gonna be done for the day. 2-hour stream. Not bad. We did a lot of Pokemon Eclipse. I don't know what I'm gonna do next time we stream, but it will most likely not be Pokemon Eclipse. It will be something along the lines of maybe Cobblemon, or Robobeats, or Mewsdat. Well, actually, I don't know what the third game is that I'm gonna do. I need to figure out what I want the rotation to be. I know it's Robobeat and Cobblemon. Do I do a third game? Maybe. Just to, like, I'll do a third game that's kind of short, where I can get done relatively quickly. But yeah. Wee. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, have a good rest of your day, silly. And I hope everybody has a good, great, amazing rest of their day for anyone that's watching right now, or is going to watch in the future. Enjoy all of the stuff about interrogations and confessions. You're welcome. Goodbye.